Okay, hello everybody. Welcome to biology class. I want to welcome you to the online version of BIO10. And the intention of this video is to show you where everything's at so that you can navigate through everything each week. So this is going to be biology online, and online is a special format where it gives you a ton of flexibility so you can do your work, when you have time. But in exchange, as a trade-off, is that you have to be very self-disciplined about getting your stuff done. And so I'm going to explain everything to you in terms of like how to manage your time and what needs to be done every week. This is an 18-week course, and it is very important that you set aside some special time just to work on the biology class, okay, and not put everything off to the last minute because there's a lot to do every week, and it's too much to do all in like an hour. So you have to make sure that you spread it out. Okay, so where I'm at right now is I am on Canvas. On the home page, you should have gotten an email from me. And in the email, I sent you the syllabus to the class so you can look over everything. But I would like to show it to you in this video. First of all, my name is Dr. Rogers. And just to tell you a little bit about me, I've been teaching at Woodland Community College since 2012. So it's been 12 years since I've taught there. I've taught in, full in person. I've taught hybrid classes, and I've taught online, obviously. And I've taught all the different biology classes that are offered there. So this class is just like my specialty. So welcome. Okay, where I'm at right now in the video is I am on the home page of our class. And so you'll see on the home page that here's the welcome video that you should be watching right now. And then there's some information here about when you start the class, there is a class orientation that you should do before you actually officially start the class. And this is week 1. So in week 1, you need to do the class orientation and you need to do the week 1 work. So there's extra stuff to do just in this first week. And then every week after that, there's less work, and each week varies on how much there is to do. Some weeks are very heavy and some weeks are really light. So you need to make sure that you have everything organized. So to start the class, let me just show you the homepage. To totally start, you're going to hit this start here button. But before we do that, I just want to show you what's on the homepage. So on this homepage, we have the schedule. And so you can see what you're going to be doing every single week. And so in week 1, you need to do the class orientation, which is the introduction to the class. And then you're going to learn some actual content, which is the scientific method. And so that's week 1 work. And in the orientation, you are going to do an introduction assignment. And what that is going to entail is you writing a letter to me just to tell me a little bit about you. It's very important you do the introduction assignment in week 1 because that is like how you officially check in with me. So this is how I know you're here and you're checked in, and I'm not going to drop you, but we're here together. Also this week, also every week you have certain assignments, including online quizzes. Quiz 1, which is right here, is a quiz about this video that you're watching right now. Okay, so that's like part of the class orientation. Then you're going to learn some stuff about the scientific method, which means you're going to watch a video about it, and then you're going to take a quiz, which is quiz 2, which is scientific method, and then you're going to do a lab, okay? And so it's very important that you open up that lab and you look at it early in the week because you're going to set up an experiment. It's going to take you several days to collect data, so you want to make sure you have enough time to do that. Okay, so that's just week 1. If you scroll through the schedule, you can see what we're doing every single week. We have 18 weeks total. And so, like I said, some weeks are heavier than others. So you just got to make sure you look Monday morning and see like what the week's going to entail, and then you can plan out your week accordingly. Okay, so here is a picture of me. My name is Stephanie Rogers. My last name used to be Touchman, so maybe some of you know me by that name, but my new last name is Rogers. It is very important that you keep in touch with me because I don't see you on a regular basis. So if you would like to get in touch with me, email is the best way. Send an email through Canvas. I check it on a regular basis, and then I will email you back. If you need to do like a video chat with me, that is no problem at all. Just send me an email and we can arrange a time to do that. I teach during the day, so the evening's probably best for that, or Saturday or Sunday. And here's a link for that video meeting if that's what you would like. Okay, so all the stuff is going to be located in this modules button right here. Okay, so if you click on this modules tab, it'll have everything, broken down by week. So you can just keep track that way. Another handy thing is right here on the right, there is a list of what you need to be doing, like what's coming up, what's due. And so that's another way you can keep track. Okay. And so let's click on the start button just to go into the modules and see what's going on there. Okay, so here's the class orientation. What I would like you to do is I would like you to go through and read all this information. So here's an introduction to the class. Here's a little bit about me. Here's stuff about the class, the assignments. Here's the syllabus, which I'm going to want to go over with you in a second. Here's some information about academic honesty. Because we're online, it's going to be kind of hard for me to make sure that you're not, copy and pasting. Here is some information on how to take notes while watching lecture videos, which is how most of the content is going to be presented to you. And then here is quiz 1 for the introduction, which is based on this video right now. And then here is your introduction assignment, which is a letter to me. Okay, and then that's how you're going to tell me a little bit about you, so I can kind of get to know you that way. Okay, and then there is a semester project, which I will talk about in a second. And here is a topic list that you can go through and pick your topic. This research paper is not due till the end of the class, but I do want you to start thinking about what you're going to write your paper on, because it takes a long time to develop ideas and to write something like that. And then here is week 1. So this is the work that you need to do by the end of this week. And so week 1 starts unit 1, which is intro to bio. And what it's going to entail is the scientific method. So here is a page about the objective of the class. Here is the information about the scientific method. Okay, so when you click on this, you are going to see a lecture video, which you're going to watch. Okay, so you're going to click on this video, you're going to watch it. And then also there's going to be text from the textbook in here for you to read. So in each week, there's going to be content that is very important that you watch a video and read the text. And then from that, you can then do all your other assignments. Okay, so let's go back to the modules. And then so you were going to, go through the content. Then you're going to take a quiz on the scientific method. There is a lab that you're going to be doing. And then sometimes you're going to learn about certain scientists, and you're going to write a little response to that. Then there's some more links in case you want to learn more about that scientist. And then there is a discussion that you're going to be doing at the end of every week. Okay, so the discussion is very important because you're going to get all your work done by Friday, and then you're going to write something in a discussion, and then you're going to be grouped with 2 other people, and those 2 other people are going to respond to what you wrote, and you're going to respond to what they write by Sunday. Okay, so that's the structure of the class. And so just to get into more details, I'm going to go through the syllabus right now. So the syllabus, I emailed it to you, but it's also located here. Let's see, let's scroll up here. Okay, so here's the information. My name, my email address. I check emails all day, and I usually respond to them in the evenings. I usually grade everything on Mondays, okay, because everything is due on Sunday. So I wait till Monday to grade stuff so that I have everything in by that time. Okay, so here are the dates of the class. It is 18 weeks long. It goes from Monday to Sunday. Everything is absolutely due on Sunday, but most of your work is due on Friday. Okay, what you need for this class is you need a computer device, which you obviously have right now, or you wouldn't be watching this video. Everything is going to be located here in Canvas. And so here's the website to Canvas. You need a notebook because you're going to be watching lecture videos and reading text. And so it is really handy for you to write down some notes from the video. Videos are nice because you can always pause and rewind if you need to. And then also there's always text that goes along with all the videos. So that's where you're going to receive most of the content for this class. And your notebook is important because then all the quizzes are open note, and you can use the notebook to do the quizzes. And the quizzes are directly connected to the videos. There is a textbook in this class. is optional for you. It is called Campbell Essential Biology. I am using the 6th edition. But I copy and paste that into the Canvas course. So it is totally optional if you want to buy it. Some people love having like a hard copy of a book, but the text is available to you for free. So if you don't want to buy the book, that's fine too. Okay, Bio 10, this is a general introductory course for non-majors, and this counts for your science credit. And we go through different topics. And so the topics that we're going to go through in this class are chemistry. We're going to learn about the cell structure and function. We're going to learn about energy and how energy transfers, from one organism to another organism to another organism, and where the energy goes. We're going to learn about genetics and how traits are passed down from one generation to the next generation. We're going to learn about evolution, and so how populations adapt to the changing environment. And then we're going to learn about ecology, which is like all the different ecosystems on the planet and how they work together. So this class is transferable to the UC and the CSU systems. And here is a list of the student learning outcomes. So this is what I am required to make sure that I teach you, and this is what you should be leaving the class knowing. So this is a list of the things that you should get by the time you leave this class. Okay, so let's get into the assignments. This is important because this is your grade. Okay, so there are 7 different components to this class. And I'm just going to go through them one by one. So the first thing is the introduction assignment. I've already mentioned that. That is going to be a letter that you write to me. So when you click on that assignment, it's going to tell you what I want you to include in that. That, like I said, is your way of checking into the class. And this is also like a way of me to get to know you. Okay. And so this is worth 20 points. Okay. And that's just like a one-time thing. You do it like this week. Okay, then you have online quizzes. Every video that you watch will have an online quiz associated to it. So not every single one, but most of them. Each online quiz is worth 10 points. They are 10 multiple choice questions, open note. And these are very important. And if you miss them, you can get behind and things will pile up. So don't get behind. They're worth 10 points each. There are 2 quizzes per week usually. Okay, then you have these activities and labs. So these include things like you doing an experiment, which you'll be doing this first week, or there are some experiments that I've done and I just provide the data for you to analyze, or you are just going to do some online research and like learn some concepts. So usually the activities and labs are a way for you to use the information that you learned in the videos and apply it to some like deeper thinking situations. Okay, another thing is we are going to be learning about STEM scientists. So STEM is like science and math scientists, and these are past scientists who are special or present scientists who are special. And so it's just like to let you know about some different things some different journeys that people have taken, and have contributed to science. And so these are just meant as a way of inspiring you to maybe if you want to go into a STEM field or, just to hear about somebody's personal journey in how they discovered something cool about biology or something. So you're going to learn about some of these. These are not every week, but there are like maybe 5 or 6 of these that you're going to learn about. And then what you're going to do is you're going to read about them, and then you're going to write a summary about what they've done, and then you're going to write a little paragraph about what you think about it. Okay, and then so all the work during the week, which includes the online quizzes, the lab, and then the STEM scientists. So those 3 things are always due by Friday. Okay, and then once you're done with that, there is a discussion that you're going to be writing about. So you're just going to write a few sentences after you turn all your work in for the week, and that's due by Friday. So you're going to do your online quizzes, your lab, and your STEM scientist, reading and review, reading and response, and then you're going to do discussion. So there's 4 things that you need to make sure you have done by Friday. And then you have the weekend to read your group members' discussion comment, and then you have to comment on them. Okay, so they're going to write something, you're going to give them some feedback, and then they're going to give you some feedback on what you wrote. You guys are going to be grouped up into groups of 3. And so every week you're going to have 2 different people. Okay, so by the end of the class, you will have been grouped with everybody in the class. And so this is like another way that you guys can start to get to know each other. You might see somebody again, you might not. So it just depends on how many students we have in the class. But every week you're going to be grouped with 2 other people. You're going to write something by Friday. And then over the weekend, by Sunday at midnight, you have to respond to their responses and they're going to respond to yours. Okay. So that's how we're going to have some interaction in this class. And then the last 2 things are going to be due at the end of the semester. You're going to have a research paper, which is worth 50 points. You're going to pick a topic from a list. You're going to research it and you're going to write a 5-paragraph paper based on what you found in your research. And that's due in the very last week of school. And then you have a final exam, which is going to be cumulative. So it's going to cover everything that we've covered in the whole class in the last week of school too. So, and then that's going to be it. So here is the grade breakdown. You have your introduction assignment, online quizzes, labs and activities, scientist information, class discussions, research paper, final exam. And that brings us to a total of 1,125 points. Sometimes this changes, so it's not 100%. Sometimes I'll take a quiz out if I feel like it's too much, or I'll add a quiz if I add a video or something like that. But for the most part, this is what you're going to get. Okay, so DSPS, that is the Department of Supportive Programs and Services at the school. If you have any kind of disability, please go talk to them and they will let me know if I need to give you an accommodation. Okay, so this is for anybody with any type of learning disability, and this includes things like anxiety or ADHD or dyslexia, anything like that. And also, it is very important that you reach out to me and let me know if there's anything that I can be doing to make things better for you. Okay, so I'm very understanding about things like this, and I want to be accommodating to you. So let me know how I can help you, and I'll do the best that I can. Okay, so late work. So like I said, every week everything is due by Friday. So you have Monday through Friday to get a lot of work done. And once it's Friday, anything after that is going to be 10% off each day that it's late, down to 50%. So there is a late penalty if you turn in late work. I do accept late work, but you get a penalty. It only goes down to 50%, so you can't get anything lower than the 50%. And of course, 50% is better than 0%. So it is very important that even if it is late, you should do it. And everything's due on Friday, except for the discussion responses, which is due on Sunday. Okay, so you start the class on Monday, get everything in by Friday, and then you do your discussion responses by Sunday. Okay, academic honesty, like I mentioned before, you are all online, and I am trusting you to do your best and be as honest as you can. I don't like it when I see Googled answers. And it's very obvious when a student copy and paste from Google. So it's just very important that you give me your own work from your own brain. Okay. And it is better for you too, for you to just learn something and use your own learning to answer these questions. I do like collaboration between students. So if you have a friend in the class, I do like it if you guys learn together, but I don't like it when one student copies from another student without even thinking. Okay, so it's very important that you learn the stuff in the class. Okay, and then the last part of the syllabus is information about withdrawing from the class. So if you don't turn in your introduction assignment the first week, then I'm assuming that you're not in the class. And I have to take attendance to see who's in the class, who's not in the class by the second week. So if you haven't turned that assignment in or done any work in the class, then you will automatically be dropped from the class. But you can also drop the class too on your own. And so you can drop by January 24th, where the class won't even show up on your transcript at all. And then there's another date, which is if you do it after January 24th and you drop the class, then you will have a W on your transcript. The W does not affect your GPA at all, but it will show that you were enrolled in the class but then dropped it. And then the last date to drop is April 18th. So between January 24th and April 18th, you will have a W on the transcript. After April 18th, you can't drop anymore, and you just get stuck with the grade that you're stuck with. So you have to make those decisions about whether you're going to stay in the class or not, and it's on you to drop them unless you don't ever participate, and then I'll drop you in the first week. Okay. Okay. So the last thing is the schedule. I have the schedule on the homepage of the Canvas class also, but if you are like me and you like to print it out and put it up on your bulletin board and then cross it off as we go, then you can print it out from the syllabus. And so here's just the breakdown again, every week, what topics we're covering and what assignments are going to be due. Okay, and then there's also the point breakdown there too. Okay, so I think that's it. So here's the whole schedule. We have our spring break. I have that on here. And I guess that's it. So welcome again. And I look forward to seeing you online. And please reach out if you have any questions ever. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.